Hey, nice to see everyone again. I'm here with Rosie Studio today to share a little tutorial for how I repurpose my packaging from the products in the collections to make some gorgeous packaging that you can use to send embellishments or sequins or anything to your friends using the packaging the products come in. So this way you don't have to throw the products out, you don't need to waste it and then package them in something else. These products are always packaged in really cute packaging. They always have this gorgeous little it's almost like another pad and paper, but it's cardboard design here, the gorgeous wee logo up the top. I love the little rainbow stripe they all have, and they all have a different color up here for sort of each collection has a different theme. So I really love being able to reuse them to, not just throw them in the bin. So I create a little cluster up in the corner. So I should have had an example. When you get the packaging, it obviously has the Rosie Studio logo. It is their product. That's what we want to do. But when you're sending this out to your friend, you might not want to, share that bit. So I'm going to show you how I take the packaging and repurpose it to add these little clusters and then pop all your goodies in and then send them out to your friends. So I'm going to be using the new collections from Rosie Studio, Keeping Cool and Sweet Sunshine. So I'll show you some examples from each collection. Okay, so I'm just going to show you a couple of previous ones I made using the gorgeous Keeping Cool collection, and we'll just have a little close-up and then we'll get on to showing you how we did it. So I've just picked, once I've made the embellishments, then I picked the packaging that sort of best fit the embellishments I wanted to fit in. So you can use any of the packaging. There's so many different sizes within the collection. So this one here, I can't even actually remember which they were, but I'm assuming this was like a puffy sticker packet. And as you can see, all I've done is cover up the branding. So this is such a cute little icon, like a little illustration. The colors and that background paper there are always so gorgeous. So I'm just covering this bit up just so it looks like it's my own packaging that I've made. So that's why I've just created a little cluster over here on the right hand side. I've just got a base layering piece, a little icon, and then I've popped a little sticker or die cut up on some foam and then added a couple of little enamel dots. So there's just so many ways you can do it. I've just picked some smaller little bits from the collections that I can layer up and still just only cover this, not the rest of the packaging. So let's get started. I've got some with both collections. I've got an example for Keeping Cool and an example for Sweet Sunshine. So I will just pop these off to the side and pull this one over. So once you've used the products out of the packaging, or even if you haven't, I've just pulled them out of the packaging so I can use this. This is where your base is. So I've just got a couple of really basic examples here that I have made just to do this. So these are a couple of little shaker frames. I've just layered some acetate, some foam, and another piece of acetate to create these little sandwiches so that the sequins can fit inside. And then even if you don't want to make something, I've just packaged up some sequin mix from the collection and I'm going to pop that in that one. So that's all I'm doing. Doesn't have to be a whole lot of stuff. And let's get to the fun part where we get to pick all the little bits that we want to use. I usually start with one of these stickers from the cardstock sticker set because they have these really cool sort of like, I think of them as layering pieces. There's labels and tags and tickets and little stamps and stuff, and I find this a really good base to start the process, but I haven't planned any of this, so it's just going to be winging it. So I find a piece that's kind of big like this ticket that I can cover up the whole thing. So in one step you've covered that up. And then I want to get two littler pieces, as you can see, where's my example, just two different size, one small, one slightly bigger, to layer on top of each other to create this sort of like cluster of embellishments. And that's really up to you. That is literally whatever tickles your fancy at the time. But I am going to, so many cute, look at all these icons in this collection. Like, I am struggling every time to pick one that I am happy to use. So I would just layer sort of just copying this example over here because I like just repeating things I've already done that I know I'm happy with. So I just put that off to the angle, off on an angle. I would probably practice this a bit more if I was just playing around. Like, I just layer things up, don't stick anything down. I quite like this little cute little seagull Polaroid, but it's blue and blue. Cute little crab. I haven't really actually pulled out that many things, so I might try and find another sticker. This is just the fun part. Pick whatever you want, whatever works for you. I could even put this cute little, no, see, I am very indecisive, so I'm actually just going to go back for this cute little Polaroid. So I like this layered up on here, so I'm just going to pop it up on some foam tape. So I just used this foam tape. As you can see, it is well used and loved. Pop a little bit of foam tape on that next layer. If you don't overthink it, you can just literally stick everything down. Obviously, just keep it towards the edge of the paper because you don't want it to, gosh, I'm losing all my words today, sorry. You're going to have to cut this bit off or just fold it around because you want to be able to put the packaging back over it. So you want to like use the plastic that was on the packaging to put back on. So there's that. I think that looks really cute. And then I'm going to get a couple of enamel dots or puffy stickers or whatever tickles my fancy. I'm going to go for some enamel dots today. Look at the colours in these. I absolutely adore them. And it's just adding a little bit sort of to overlap the edges. I love this lilac colour. Pop that over there. Get your little goodies that you're going to put in there. Make sure you put them up the right way. If you have repositionable tape, if you're going to be sending these to someone to use, I would just use a little bit of removable double-sided tape, but I don't have any, and these are just for me, so I can stick them on using a little bit of double-sided tape so they stay in place. Probably don't need to use quite this much. Just stick it on. And that just keeps them in place so when, when they move around, they're not going to come off. Move that off to the side. Let me find the packaging. So now we've got the plastic that your products came in, and you don't even have to think about it. You just pop it back in. You could decorate with a couple of stickers here. You could pop some spring clips, some like sequins or confetti or something inside the bag so it looks so pretty. But it looks so professional, and it is such a great way of reusing all that leftover packaging and not throwing it in the bin. I don't like when you get all these things and then you just end up throwing all the plastic and stuff out. So people buy these plastic bags to put stuff in, so just reuse them, and it looks really great. So there's one. Let's make another one. This one I'm just going to stick some sequins on there. I've made a little bit of sequin mix. I'm just going to stick a piece of tape to hold it on. Stick it on. This makes me feel like I'm like working in a little shop, so I actually really enjoy it. And this one I will do something a bit different. So using these, I'm actually not doing anything different. I'm basically copying that one. That's not going to be quite big enough, and I know that actually I could probably try. Let's try this. So layer this on here, and then I'll just trim the edge bit off because it's a bit too close to the edge to fold back. And then I'm just going to put something a bit higher up there so that it hides that little top bit of writing. So cute. So I'll just put this little dude up here on his little surfboard. That one you could layer it, but because it's a sticker, I'm just going to leave it low. And then I think this one could be really cute to add like a little tiny word sticker to. Maybe one of these gorgeous little, I just like having, I want to keep it flat so I can put the packaging back on, but a little bit of dimension just gives it a little bit more interest. It's not so flat. And I will put, no, that one's not quite right for me. This one, look at that, splish splash, perfect surfing little crab. And then you could almost add, there's just no, it's like a tiny little embellishment cluster, so you can really do whatever you want there. It's just a great way of using up the little tiny bits. So there's so many small pieces in the collection. You could use some of the chipboard embellishments, or total favorite of mine is these little puffy stickers. It's just really whatever you want to do. So you've got lots of options. I'm just showing you these ones. And then once again, as long as you are careful when you're pulling things in and out of these packages, they are so easy to reuse. So super easy, so fun. You could put anything in here. You could just share some pieces, leftover bits from the collection, keep them in the packaging, share them with your friends, pen pals, send them off to people. It just makes them look really, really just special. So let's move this stuff to the side, because I've made a couple more little mini projects so I can also share the gorgeous Sweet Sunshine collection. All I've done for this one is I've used some of the gorgeous Project Life cards. I've just popped a wee puffy sticker on them and made a little library pocket. So super simple. I've made a couple. I want to share these in here, so I'm just popping them in there. More sequins. I have sequins for every collection that I use, so I always end up having little bits left over, and I pop them in these bags and put them in a drawer. But this way I can share them and share some of the goodies with other people. So go to my base, the cardstock stickers. It's a bit of a formula that I seem to have come up with to use these. Go to this sheet that generally has like lots of tags and labels and all those kinds of things, which I think make the perfect little base. This one I might go for. So some of them, like this one, you don't have a whole lot of space, so you could just put that on there. You don't need to layer it all up. I'm just being a little bit extra and love that next sort of bit of just dimension. I've pulled a few of my favorite mini pieces from the die cuts, because you've obviously got such a small space. I might not even be able to use these, but this one I thought would be quite cute. You could layer that up. So let's cut the extra bit of that label off. I always pop bits like this that I cut off back on the sticker sheet, because if you're using something and you want to layer a little extra bit up, sometimes you only need that little bit. So don't throw your bits of stickers out if you think they might still be useful. Get a bit of foam tape, grab this gorgeous little strawberry blossom. Just figure out which way I want to layer that up. So I'm just going to put it off to the side. Stack that up there. Then we just cut the side off. I mean, when I said before keep all your bits, I wouldn't keep that. That is actually rubbish. And there we go. So that is great. And then I'll just find a little puffy dimensional piece to put over there. Maybe a little, oh, this would be cute. Look at that. As you can see, I've used a lot of my puffy stickers, but just something just tucked in under here. Let's try and get it straight. So cute, the little stickers. And then, because I just want to keep going, I will put a couple of these on there, because I mean I have to use these all the time. Look how cute these tiny puffy stickers are. Maybe over, and then the tiny little leaf. My fingers are not cut out for tininess. I think I'll actually just, it's not quite what I had in mind. See, and these are great, you can just take them off. I'm going to put a little tiny one of these instead of an enamel dot, one of these little tiny flowers. But look at that, so cute. I'll just stick that down. That is good to go. I've actually put the packaging for this one off to the side, so I cannot put the packaging on it, but it's absolutely fine. Just slide it back in the packaging. Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to be organized, put all the plastic away. It's so easy to do these. I could just use this one. Oh, thank you so much. Just pop them back in, and it's good to go. And I may as well do one more, because I've made the project and I could try and think of something a little bit different. This one, I was thinking actually that you could, if you were doing something like this, you could always fold up the bottom to hold something in. There's lots of ways of attaching. Just because there's 2 of these, they can just sit in there, which is fine. What will we pick for this one? I love, love, love these tickets, so I'm going to use that as my base to cover that little bit there. Fold that around to the back. Love, oh, there's so many gorgeous elements in these collections. It's really hard sometimes to pick what bit you want to use, but I'm going to use that strawberry because why not? This foam tape is great. I've got it from like a local craft place. It's quite thin, so you can use it to bump things up in projects like this, but it doesn't give you too much bulk. It just gives you a little bit of height, so it creates those shadows and dimension. Stick that on there, stick that on the tape. There we go. What am I going to add next? Oh, this would be cute because more strawberries that I've so cute. And then pop a little one of these gorgeous little foam puffy. I just have to pick which one. This is always my problem. I'm like, oh, this one. But I mean, really, anyone is going to work. You can just pick the one that does it for you, layer it on top, and there you go. You're literally, all you have to do. Sorry, guys. Anyway, I don't have a packet for this one either because I'm so disorganized. I'm really sorry. But anyway, you saw it. The packaging is not really the point. It's just to pop your goodies in here. If you have ripped the packaging, put another packaging on there. It doesn't matter. It's just to keep your little goodies inside the bag. But I think these are a great way of reusing packaging. It's so good. I've done it for lots of collections. Like Frolic, these ones are old, but I just love it. I think it just adds a whole, like, gives things another life. So I hope you have enjoyed seeing how I made this. I hope it inspires you to give it a go, to not throw out your packaging and reuse it in some way, to share things. Yeah, so make sure you head off to, if you want to look at any of these collections, the Sweet Sunshine or the Keep and Cool, go to Rosie's studio. The details will be in the description box below, and you can get any of these. I mean, you can see some of the other videos. This collections, both of them are just great. So make sure you go and check them out and have a look at these collections. Thanks for watching. Bye.